Yes, how was UFC 291? Like, was that the first time you were back in a UFC type of environment since you retired?
Good question, but no, I was at International Fight Week.
Okay.
That was the first live event I went to.
Gotcha.
And I had a ball at UFC 291. Obviously, two of my teammates lost that day.
Yeah.
I would have hoped could have won, could have pulled it off, but it's a fight game. It happens. Actually, we had 4 teammates competing that night. We had a guy in Bellator, a guy in Japan, and 2 guys in the UFC, Dustin Poirier and Pizzao, the guy that fought Derek Lewis. But it's just a fight game. It wasn't our best night, you know?
Yeah. We were wondering what the relationship was with Dustin Poirier. And then obviously teammate, right? 100K down the drain. Dude, we had Dustin, by the way. We're big bettors over here, dude. I lost on a 3rd leg with Dustin losing that one. What do you think of the outcome and kind of just the overall vibe of that night?
I mean, gosh.
Obviously a ton of fan love too, right? But
oh yeah, I received a ton of fan love and it was awesome. But Dustin, I've known him, I want to say 10 years now.
Yeah.
And we've been training alongside each other at 10 years, watching each other's careers develop and unfold and take off, you know?
Yeah.
I was there when Dustin first got there. I helped him for many camps to get ready when he was working out and when he was competing at 145, I was at 155.
Okay.
And when I went up to 170, he went up to 155.
Gotcha.
So it's always like we've been in the same neighborhood, always helping, always pushing each other, you know, in the healthiest way you can push each other in the gym. So we got a good bond inside the cage, and I'm always with that guy. So I mean, I betted on all his fights. The first time he fought Conor, the second time he fought Conor, the third time he fought Conor. So I don't even care about that 100K, bro.
Okay,
it's
cool.
the fucking fight game, you know? I mean, obviously I wanted to win.
That was gonna be my question though. Is 100K the biggest bet you ever made?
And was it the first bet outside of fighting?
First bet outside of fighting?
Like outside of just fighting in the ring, obviously.
Oh, no, I don't really know nothing about sports, to bet, so I don't bet on sports.
Okay, yeah.
You know, like if, I don't know, if I had like a fucking insider.
Yeah.
You know, and they gave me like a ringer, that's different, but I don't know shit about sports like that, man.
I feel you.
After betting for as long as I have, I don't know anything either.
And that's what everybody in sports betting tells you anyway, so, you know.
Liam's the bigger UFC guy. We grew up playing basketball and, football, but he got me into UFC, I guess, when 2020 hit and, everything was still kind of going on. And I'm just texting him on the weekends. I'm like, all right, dude, who we got? What's going on? What's going on? What do you think about the Derek Lewis flying knee kick? I'm sure you've gotten asked this before.
Yeah, it was. I thought he broke the record right then and there on my face in the BMF title.
Yeah.
I was shocked. I was like, damn. But it took longer than 3 seconds, because he dropped him.
Yeah.
And then the fight kept going on. I think they stopped it around 29, 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy smokes, what a performance. It sucked though also because it's my teammate and a friend of mine. I've known him for about 5-6 years and he's a hell of a competitor.
Yeah.
He has like 40 kickboxing matches. So that's not the guy I would have ever thought he's going to get hit with a flying knee because he's used to seeing those techniques.
Yeah.
And it just goes to show Derek's a hell of a competitor, hell of an athlete.
He's funny as fuck too.
The funniest guy in the game, I think. Always, every year. He's just fucking hilarious and natural.
That post-game interview was
always
legendary,
always.
Right?
All of his interviews.
Yeah.
Speaking of the flying knee kick, obviously after the Ben Askren, flying knee kick or whatever, you had 5 fights after that, but you never tried it again. Is there I don't know, is there a strategy that goes behind each opponent? I'm going to try this time?
No, there's a couple guys that I threw it on, but it didn't work. But definitely there's guys that tend to just level change and shoot. That's going to be working for them. There's always a risk to reward. I can miss and they can get an easy takedown.
Right.
But when it connects, it's a painful thing, and wherever it connects, it's a painful thing. Yeah. And the good thing about the knees, you only need one. You don't need many. It's just one knee, and it could change the game.
Yeah. Right knee or left knee?
Either or.
Okay, either or.
Remember, the knees don't have padding, and the knees are, for me, in my personal opinion, though I'm not the best knee thrower, it's the most powerful weapon we have. It's knees and elbows, and kicks.
Yeah.
Punches are in MMA could obviously knock somebody out, as we've seen.
Yeah.
But of power, real power, these things don't have padding. You can't even compare. When you throw an elbow correctly, it looks like the people get killed.
Yeah. Looks violent, dude. I'm not trying to be on the other side of that one.
Yeah,
I know.
You want to give it, not take it.
So being back in the UFC, are you looking to be more part of? We gave out the belt, obviously at 291. Do you want to get more involved? Maybe hand out more belts with the UFC? Or are you more focused towards because as a fan that I've been following for a while now, we kind of like to see, fighters come back a part of the UFC, and maybe if it is just once a year, just giving out a belt, or just is there some angle that you want to get back into the UFC and show your face there?
Definitely with the UFC, to me, it's more than, at this point, especially in particular, it's more than business. So it's
because you got
like a
teammates,
big family,
Yeah, you got teammates and stuff.
Working with them 10 years, they've always been great. They've always taken care of me. So I love the UFC. Anything that they ask for, I'll basically do. Dana needs me to give out more belts. I'm giving out more belts. Hunter says, I want you to do this. I just do it we got a very good relationship. So it took a long time to get there. I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty shitty for a long time. Really shitty, and then we worked at it, and now we are where we are. So I would say that if they involve me in things like that, I'm gonna do it, but mainly I'm gonna focus on my promotions.
Right.
And that's the best thing. That's why also we're in the greatest country that I could go and do that. It's not like if I was in another country where the government has a piece of the business and that business doesn't allow no other business to flourish, and you could only work for that company. In this great country, I could go and open up another business, another fighting style, something a little different, but still fighting, still MMA. Which is the bare knuckle and stuff.
Still being close to fighting, not in the UFC, but still.
Gloves,
Yeah.